It's the Dead Panda Podcast, and we talk about stuff such as stand-up comedy, improv comedy, and we ask people to share the feelings.
So anyway, if you want to replace Luke, oh, here he is.
This guy's talking about.
Check.
Yeah.
I'm super loud, so I'll be fine.
Yeah, let's keep this as far away from you as possible.
You could hear me if it was in the fucking corner.
Definitely.
All right, so go ahead and start, Luke. I'm tired.
Okay, yeah. Welcome to the Dead Panda Podcast. I'm Luke Westberg. This is Pikel.
And this week's guest is our good friend Robert Benedict.
Yes, hello.
The third?
Second.
The second.
Second.
Okay. You aren't a junior, you're just a second.
No, my dad specifically didn't want me to be a junior.
Nah.
He did the Roman numeral 2 on my birth certificate. Legally 2.
Why?
My
Why
dad,
Roman numeral?
He wants to be fancy. That's pretty much it. He also wanted, when he got, I think he wanted to put a Roman numeral 1 on his name too, so now it looks like it was on purpose. Dumb move. But now that kind of locks me in a spot, because now I have to, if I ever have a son,
yeah.
I gotta name him, I gotta keep the numbering.
Final Fantasy, like 3 is the best one.
I was more of a Secret of Mana kind of guy myself. Mana?
Mama or Mana?
Anyway, I'm also named after my dad. I have a cousin with the same name who's like 5, 6, 7 years older than me or something. So when I was born and came around, it just shows that they're really unimaginative in my family.
They were just like, yeah, I don't know, another Michael, let's do it. That works.
So that's why I'm just going to take my fiance's last name when we're married.
There you go.
That's how I branch out on my own dad.
It's punk rock.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Dad!
yeah, so I'll go ahead and ask the usual question that we ask all our guests who come on the show. So, what are your loads like? No, it's not. You don't have to answer.
I was not expecting that.
Okay.
That makes me happy.
Yeah. That's a signature bit of Bobby's. If you want to spoil the fun, you'll have to come
catch
catch
me live.
him.
I'll say
Catch
it.
him live. Anyway, so how did you get into doing comedy, either stand-up or that crazy Nick and Bobby stuff you guys do?
Right. It all started being a weird theater kid in high school. We had a very imaginative theater teacher, and she decided, hey, these wired-ass kids need like an outlet, so she taught us how to do improv. And so our classes were pretty much just like 20 kids going up on stage and playing improv games every week for forever. After a while, a few of us were like, we kind of like doing this. Mm-hmm. So instead of doing a play one year, we just all set up a completely student-run comedy night where we all wrote sketches, put stuff together. And that's where I really found out, like, oh, I really like being funny on a stage. Like,
Awesome.
It feels nice. So I did that for like 3 years in high school. Tried doing stand-up there, failed miserably, didn't try it again for like 6 years.
Yeah.
So when it goes,
Yeah.
But that makes a lot of sense with like watching your stand-up. Like you could, like I was like, is he know how like you really speak from like stage voice?
Try to
like,
project.
yeah, you really do project. So, and like at first I was like, maybe being loud is part of it, but no, you're just a big guy and you can project like a mofo.
Yeah, I just make loud noises and I frequently get too excited. So I get excited about things and I just start yelling, and then soon enough I'm doing 10 minutes yelling about cum. That's just how my life goes. Oh god,
on
yeah.
cake, glaze everywhere.
Just like that fun baking book that I'm really hoping is satire, but they're just like, ooh, 100 recipes for semen. You're like, I don't know.
Let's talk later.
I think you should have gone on like his old podcast. Would have been a great fit for that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think so too. We used to do like games like Rate My Wife's Boobs, where people from Reddit would send in like pictures of their wife's boobs, and we would rate them.
Talked about every guest that came on, they would ask about how did you lose your virginity and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, was
We aren't doing
that Let's Get Dangerous?
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember seeing that on Spotify. Yeah.
Shout out to Dirty Yuri.
Dirty
Yuri,
May he rest in peace.
he died in Alaska. He hasn't actually moved there yet.
Ah,
But, you can still call
Fuck
him
is the
fucker,
whole
yeah.
Yeah.
get out of here, man. Ow.
Anyway, yeah, get out of Nevada. Let's get back to Bobby, though.
Yeah, so. Wait, were you from the Midwest or something?
Born in Illinois, but
Oh.
then lived mostly in Alaska and then Hawaii for some very pivotal years. That's where I kind of formed, I don't know, a lot of my worldview around
surfing.
just around being cool to each other. And it gave me a very strange sense of race and self. Because I am, of course, some sort of brown person, as you may be able to see. But I'm only half Laotian, and in Hawaii, they don't like halfies at all. So
Really?
people were racist to me for being too white,
Oh.
right? Which is fucking crazy. And then when I moved to the Midwest, I still figured I was fucking white. And then everyone was just like, Asian people. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, they're like,
I thought
give
it was
us that
white.
entitlement. You don't get that.
So now I'm like, I've finally centered my idea of self to be like, yeah, I have the wonderful dichotomy of both in my life. And so, yeah, living in Alaska is where I found comedy and stuff, just because that's where I met the most strange people.
Sure. You're ethnically ambiguous enough to also say that you could be half Hawaiian, half Alaskan.
Yeah, I could lie. I frequently did.
Okay.
People in South Dakota all thought I was native. People in Alaska all thought I was Native Alaskan. People here frequently think I'm a big Mexican. And it's just like, I can just get away with whatever.
Well,
most
you
of the
could
time.
get on a lot of very specific shows, like in the San Francisco area. It's like, he was on the Filipino show, and now he's on the Mexican show, and now he's gay apparently. Like, he's on every specific.
With the amount of bits I have about musical theater, I could totally get on a gay show.
Yeah.
Hit me up, the gays, as a collective.
Yeah. Make him part of your gay agenda, please.
You're a perfect metaphor for the Earth, because the Earth is we live on the frozen surface of a fireball, and you're kind of like that as a person.
Yeah, I like to think that I'm the exact opposite. I'm just a nice warm surface around a cold, cold center.
Oh, that works too.
Did you say that you are a sad giant at
Frequently, yes.
times? Okay.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of,
Yeah, changes
let's tell us about.
Segue.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue. You're also a musician, and how much strange has that landed you?
Honestly, not as much as I had hoped. You know, I started off in Alaska being like, I'm gonna be a drummer, it's gonna be fucking cool. I only had a girlfriend for like 2 weeks because she liked another drummer who was much more into like metalcore and stuff, so obviously he was more popular. He had
Double
the
bass
septum
pedal?
piercing, yeah.
Oh.
So he used twice the amount of bass pedals as me, which made him way cooler. So yeah, that didn't work out. And then I was like, I'm gonna switch to playing guitar and singing, and I did. And no one really tells you this, but like for the first 5 years of making your own songs, you're bad at it. Like no matter what, it's embarrassing, it's terrible, and honestly, it's taken me 10 years just to write songs that people actually want to listen to, which is a little rough, but I made it, so that helps. And
That's
now,
some catchy shit.
now I land all the strange. Happy
Good.
Valentine's Day.
Getting that cheap carpet.
Yeah, hey, check
Your
out
cheap apartment.
the music video for Cheap Carpet by Sad Giants on YouTube.
In stores now.
Yeah, in stores now.
And post comments about how much you hate Luke.
It's
Yeah.
it's playing on the TV in Sam Goody right now.
Oh, God, I wish. Okay, no, sidebar though. So it was Labor Day weekend this last year. Some guy on Reddit just posted up, he's like, hey, I have this like 90s style video camera, and does anyone want to practice with me shooting it? And I was like, I got a dumb idea for a music video that I can probably figure out in a weekend. So we just took that long weekend, just shot a bunch of my ideas that I had going through my head, and the only person to actually show up and want to try to do stuff was Luca. over here.
Yeah.
And he got to pretend to be a homeless guy whose piss I drank. So
Yeah.
check out the video.
It's real.
He chugged a bunch of charcoal and ate a bunch of chocolate specifically to do this part.
Oh yeah. Forgot about the
Dude, it looked so gross. You were just choking it down. I was like, what a champion. He's just going for it.
I continually sing the praises of Luke on this channel. Like, there's nobody more collaborative and like willing to do, just willing, yeah. Like,
Just butt stuff.
he never says no. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
I didn't even expect this to be a Valentine's Day special, but here we are.
Yeah, well,
There it is.
hopefully this is the 12th. So yeah, you'll have it out in the next couple weeks. You know?
I'll have this out tonight. The audio is going to come out tonight. So.
Yeah. There's been a slight delay on the Stephen Dente episode.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of shit
reasons.
talking in it, so I'm like
Yeah.
getting rid
Trying
of
to
parts
edit
of
it out.
Yeah.
It makes it seem like we were talking shit about Dat Fan, but that's not the case.
What up, Dad? I
Either.
miss you.
Yeah.
But you weren't?
No, we were not.
Okay.
No.
I guess
There is.
Yeah, he's the best.
I guess if you guys are still loyal employees
Well,
of
I
Ring
mean,
Town
you could
Comedy.
probably talk about it
Probably.
on this podcast.
I
if you want.
was talking shit about Wayne. Yeah.
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 And
I
me
do it
and
frequently.
Steven were like, yeah, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, no, I did it frequently for at least the last 3 years. Nothing bad ever happened. Unless it did, and that's why I'm not getting work there, but I'm pretty sure it's different reasons.
Well, we just noticed like he keeps tabs on whatever me and Luke are attached to. Like,
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been doing the same thing for me for the past year and a half, even though I haven't been working there. Randomly texting me every once in a while.
Oh,
like,
really?
Hey, what you been doing? I'm like, working. And he'll still like,
He like doesn't.
he knows all the stuff that I got going on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he was mad. He was mad at me and Nick for doing the Nick and Bobby show at the Improv.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
That's
he
right.
would have never let you guys do it there. Like,
That's what we used to do it there last year, and then we stopped doing it because the last show we got to split $36. And so we were like, we would like to make at least $20s of dollars on our own show.
Ooh, yeah.
And so yeah, we went to the Improv and perfect, did exactly that. Yeah, so I was just like, yeah, I can't put together an hour-long show and be making less than the amount of money I spent on this shitty costume already.
right.
You know, like it's not conducive. Because sure, I'm not technically running a business successfully, but I still like to think, as an entertainer, I'm not going to constantly run in the red.
Yeah.
I can at least break even sometimes. And that business model was not doing it for me.
I just hate the passive aggressive text that I'm still getting. Like, we could have had
Yes.
something special. I'm like, all right, man. God.
Oh,
It's 2
seriously?
a.m.
Oh,
Stop
no.
it.
Okay. I don't know.
That was a real look of concern. Like, are you actually getting
Oh,
something? No.
I don't know.
I-
Like, I'm hoping to do like the There Goes the Neighborhoods
There you go.
contest because he let me do that last year. So we'll see.
go.
Yeah, I mean, like it's the best club that you can be consistently in front of a crowd at.
Yeah.
And so it's useful for that. But at this point in my comedic career, I don't need that anymore. I don't need 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think here in Reno, one thing is like a lot of people we're on the ready to go try new places and
Yeah.
get familiar
Or
with
at least
being unfamiliar.
feature.
Yeah,
You know,
at least
like
feature.
something.
Yeah, exactly. We all have like at
15
least
at
10
least,
minutes. If then we could all probably do a decent job at different spots. You know.
Yeah, and it's just like, all right, I'm almost 5 years in at this point. Like, I really just want to start, I don't know, either fronting my own money for stuff that I think will be worth it and just chalking it up to business expenses at the end of the year and hoping that I can draw a little bit back in for myself, or just calling up bars in the Midwest and being like, $100, I'll come out. Just
Nice.
something. I know I have 2 friends in this town, let me do it. And I think you can get by that way. That's how some people do it, but
I mean, would you say your dream would more be to be a road comic, or would you say like music is more your passion? Would you rather like
music,
do it on a huge tour and stuff around the States? Or?
Music is my favorite thing.
Okay.
And even more specifically, being in the recording studio is one of my favorite things.
That was my least favorite part about being in a band. There's always tensions.
Unless you can I create the tension because I'm the fucking I'm so on it when I'm in there and I'm trying to control all of it because I know it's how it's supposed to be in my head.
Okay.
And so I get in there and I just rip it. And so I think like my dream, my tangible dream that I feel like in the next 10 years I could possibly have is like building a little home recording studio, making music myself, recording other people I like, and then also doing comedy on the side when the band doesn't want to go touring and I still know that I have time, like just go around and tour separately from that. But first I have to be like funny enough to have people want to go see me in a place, at least even my own city would be nice. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes, guys.
Come on out, guys. We have the best comedians in Nevada.
Between us, we have like 5 fans.
Honestly, I'd say we're probably better than Vegas.
Yeah, we're better than Portland. What's up? I said it. I saw you guys. I saw what was out there.
Yeah, I only know 3 Portland comics, and I went to a few of the open mics when I went up there, and I was like, oh, okay. It's just like ours, but more people. Like the like percentage of quality is not more. There's just a few more people that have made it farther because it's fucking Portland,
Sure.
But it'll be us eventually. We're gonna be the new Portland guys.
Yeah.
We've already got Sizzles and Laughing Planets. We're on our way, Portland.
We're gonna get some voodoo donuts soon.
I saw that we have Ike's sandwiches from San Francisco. I didn't know we had that, and I'm so excited about that because I need hot Cheetos in my sandwiches all the time.
Really?
And at least our homeless people are just yelling at themselves and not at my face.
We're just yelling at like a folder full of blank paper. I saw that like an hour ago outside of Target. I was just getting cat food, and I thought it was like a weird dude rehearsing a play. I was like, I can respect that. He's got to just fit it in whenever. I looked down, it's just like he found some kid's binder on the ground and just started reading out of it. But there was nothing. He was just yelling at it like a Necronomicon of only his design. It was insane. Literally insane.
Nice.
He was crazy. Help the homeless guys.
Yeah.
Help them. Give them like a
How do
dollar.
we do that?
I don't know. Like,
do you give them homes? Like,
I mean,
does that even work? Like,
if we just stopped tearing down a bunch of the homes to build like nouveau cool apartment complexes with quiet closed cabinets, so now they're $2,000 for a 1-bedroom.
yeah, we have like shipping containers, and it's $5,000.
This reminds me of my best Portland joke while I was in Portland that I liked the best. They didn't really like it. I don't think they got it that well. I was like, I really love what you guys are doing for the homeless. I see you guys have all those safety deposit, like all those safe places to get rid of these dirty needles. I'm just a little alarmed that they're all that full. And like they didn't laugh at that at all. And I was like, it's a drug problem. It's a homeless problem. I loved that one because I grew up with homeless drug addicts. I'm gonna go.
The angel. For 10 cents a day.
You should do that, right? You can,
So I also have a band. We were a Christian emo band called Darklight.
Dude, hell yeah. Please tell me it's still up on the internet.
No, but our other band, 3 Inches Between Us, was a 3-piece band. That one might have something somewhere. Yeah.
Sweet. I'm going to look those up because my favorite thing is listening to people's old embarrassing bands that they cannot take down. Like back when people used to use CD Baby, and now they like the tracks just can't get taken off the internet. Because CD Baby is like, well, no, technically we own it. We haven't made the $50 back on your distribution yet, so it's ours. I'm like, all right, cool.
Keep it.
yeah. I have a couple's shout out to. I was in a funk rock band, 9 Volt Moon. I think they had changed the name to A Window, I believe. So like I had said, I was sort of wanted to do one more big show, like at our high school talent show and be done, but then they were like, no, fuck you, we're gonna like get someone else and keep going. And then they like played that one talent show and then they split up. Yeah, the funny thing was, like, I had a girlfriend, like, when I started the band, and then we broke up, and then, like, I found out later she's dating the new lead singer of A Window.
So she just really wanted to stay with that band.
Yeah, and I also dated another girl, like, later, like, she was having hard kind of financial troubles, and she was staying with her ex-boyfriend's family. I'm like, okay, this is weird, but we go upstairs in the loft, and I'm walking through the hallway, I'm like, oh shit, that's that dude. Like,
Dude.
I'm like, yes.
That is... The world is too small sometimes.
Yeah.
That's all I can ever think about. Is like there's been... Actually, it's happened the most in Reno, because I've lived a bunch of different places, but like... I've found people that I used to know in Alaska, here in Reno, just like randomly. And I was like, oh, like, how has the last 10 years treated you? And yes.
Reno's kind of like the real Mos Eisley of like...
People just wash up here and you're just like, you're a slaver now. Like, no, I just go to Burning Man. Same clothes.
Same
That's,
clothes.
Sorry for my last story. Like, I wasn't gonna say the guy's name, but it's a really fun name.
Do it.
It's William Winkeljohn. Willy Winkeljohn. Like, that's a great name. Just got
Willy
I've,
Winkeljohn
met him one time.
sounds like you were
He
trying
seems
to
like
make
a-
up a name in an improv show and you just let it go like too
Alright.
many syllables.
Or
We
like
have
a
an improv
Disney
show.
side piece.
We have a couple improv shows this weekend, so I'm gonna call him William
Willy
Winkeljohn.
Alright, doing no scenes with Luke. Alright.
William Winkeljohn.
Every scene
Sorry.
could be Willy Winkeljohn. That's
No,
how it
I'll
works.
take that name like that. God, imagine what you could do with that
Yeah.
character. Like, you could get away with anything. And I usually murder everybody anyway, so...
Yeah, there you go. You know what they say. As soon as you enter a scene, immediately start asking leading questions and then start choking someone. That's how you improv the best.
Yeah, he's more like slapping people.
Yeah.
Just because you can get away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or
Well,
like
I try
doing a head
I
shake.
try
How
to do
you-
the head shake where you put a thumb in your fist and you put it on there and then you grab mine and then you lead me around. Yeah. So... But nobody like remembers that technique to like when the hand is on your head, you're in charge of the hand, so you have to move around.
So they're just like,
Yeah,
no,
I kind of do like a little shake like that, you know, like
Yeah.
come on.
and they're just like,
Well, like, one time, I don't know if you're a king or something, and I was a servant, and I entered the scene, and I was like, oh, hello, master, and then you, like,
you immediately killed him?
he immediately killed me off, and then I fell to the floor, but like, he did a little rough, so, like, I had a tweak in my neck.
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry.
It's all
I'm
good.
sorry. Yeah,
It was worth it.
You guys gotta be safe while you improv out there. That's
Yeah.
the rules, I think. I don't know. I haven't taken any classes.
No, like, he's fake slapped the shit out of me, and I took a fall for it.
yeah.
Totally worth it.
Hell.
And we also do a lot
Those
of burning lit
celery-
cigarettes on each other. And like I stopped like going after you and Jesse on our team because you guys just like they become like say like they're into it now. Like it gives it a good thing.
Yeah. Your
Yeah.
guys' team sounds kinky.
Yeah.
We have a very like crazy. We generate some really crazy ideas. Like we are much less based in any sort of like. We don't have grounded scenes. Very rarely.
Very rarely.
They're not based on reality. Yeah.
And somebody always dies. Like we break
In the
all
third
of the
scene.
rules. Yeah, like
Yeah.
somebody dies.
Maybe in the second.
Like we'll kick the dog and we'll pee on each other. Like and like everybody's like maybe stay away from those ones, but for some reason, always works.
It's unexpected.
Just wait until our Valentine's Day show.
Bad horse.
We should do a scene about docking.
Okay.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Making plans. Going for it.
Yeah, that's not really improv-y, but
I don't know. Like I know in theory what docking is, but I've never like seen it.
Well, do you have a foreskin?
No, I do not. I'm very sad about that. I found out when I was like a junior in high school. I was like, they did what?
You can just slide back and forth.
The inventor of the dock
Well-
also inadvertently invented the plop, and that is the sound it makes when you pull apart.
Yeah. I mean, does it form a suction if things are like?
That's the bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I like the idea of them getting so suctioned together it's like a Chinese finger trap and they just can't
Definitely.
pull back apart.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyway. Yeah, I cannot keep this. Look, you guys just take the wheel from here. I'm gonna ride the back seat the rest of the podcast.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh yeah.
Should we do an ad break here?
Yeah, let's do an ad break.
All right.
Alright, bye-bye. We're back. This next half hour is brought to you by Butt Stuff. Put it on your butt. It's good.
Yeah. As a proud owner of Butt Stuff, I, Willy Winkeljohn, frequently have to lube up before and after work. Why? Butt Stuff. Do I work at Butt Stuff? I'm not going to tell you my personal information. That's doxing and that's illegal, even though it's me.
My marriage was failing until I found Butt Stuff, and now it's rekindled the passions of our youth.
I use Butt Stuff on my front stuff.
You should use it as directed and consult your physician.
Always
Yeah.
read the instructions.
May cause shrinkage that is not reversible.
Have a flared base.
It'll cause constipation and diarrhea, and anxiety and anxiety.
Okay, you want to do an improv scene?
Yeah,
Nice.
Sure. Let's keep it in the realm of Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Butt stuff. Yeah, butt stuff. All right.
We've just been having a lot of problems lately. Yeah.
Now, where do you think those problems started?
I would say in the bedroom. When
Damn it, Dolores! Don't tell him these things. I don't want him to.
he's our therapist. We're supposed to be honest. We promised.
You want me to be honest?
Yeah. I
can't.
could use a little bit more honesty from you.
I can't stand looking at you anymore. You revolt my eyes.
See, this is the problem. He keeps lying.
Now, let's not resort to name calling or bringing up any negative emotions. Now, what we want to do is we just want to breathe in. Make sure we get some proper breathing. Okay, breathe out. Let it calm you down. And now, specifically, what in the bedroom is the problem? Because I feel like in order to really get past the problem, I need to have more details on that.
Dolores doesn't fuck me hard enough.
Yeah, like I just don't feel comfortable like putting the strap-on on and fucking you from behind because like I know you're enjoying it, but then you aren't honest. You always like scream and say how much pain you're in, and then I stop and you're like, Why'd you stop? I'm like, because you sounded like you're in pain.
Now, all this sounds like it can be solved with a safe word. So he can howl as much as possible, and you can still just be pounding away until you hear that safe word.
I want Pound Town.
Yeah.
I want Pound Town too.
All right. And can the safe word please be keep going? Look,
That's
we have
confusing.
we have a life together, and I'm willing to try and make this work, but this is the last chance, and if our safe word can't be keep going...
It's inspirational, really. I mean, it's kind of a metaphor
about-
for your whole relationship.
What about Cthulhu boners? How's that? I know you like Cthulhu, baby.
Yeah,
I do that
but I
Cthulhu cake.
yell that when I'm in the throes of passion. So yelling it as my safe word is just the same problem. Haven't you been listening, Dolores?
Yeah. He thinks Cthulhu is real. He worships him.
Well, let's not get too hasty. Religious elements in the bedroom can really be fulfilling sometimes, especially because there's such powerful emotions tied to them.
Yeah.
Now, have you thought about putting on, say, some sort of horrific squid mask or peeling off various sections of your skin to appease any sort of ancient gods that may be awoken during your lovemaking?
No, I'm sorry. I haven't. I don't know if I'm willing to go that far.
Doc, can I practice my I statements for a moment?
I think that would be good.
I feel like you make me sick.
Good. Now, Dolores.
I feel like I can't find anyone better than you.
I feel like you're right, but I also feel like you don't. Oh God, I can't even think of anything.
I feel like you don't respect me.
I feel like you're right.
You know, I really think the thing that could solve all your problems is if you just have a baby.
Alright, I think this has been worth it. Let's have a baby. Shoot it inside me for once, but...
Alright, we'll have a baby, but he didn't say it had to be mine. Doctor.
You can steal one.
How would you like to inseminate me?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
And scene. Okay. That was the best scene we've done.
We had a real relationship.
Yeah. The others have just been awkward.
We worked through it.
Yeah. I won't say this is like top quality improv that you'll see at Bad Horse.
Top quality.
It's not the top ramen.
Our show on Friday and
What's,
Saturday will be better than that too.
What's Laotian food like?
It's like Thai food, except sometimes they'll put cow poop in it, really just to...
What?
Sometimes I just like to fuck with white people.
Like, are you fucking me? Like,
Okay, legit, I went there and they have a dish that's traditionally, it's, you know, just minced meat, some herbs and vegetables, and you just eat it, and they will sometimes use like the bile from the gallbladder to add some bitterness. Except sometimes when they don't have a gallbladder handy, the thing that works just as well is mixing in cow shit and not telling you till after you eat a bunch.
Does it taste like good up until that point?
Tasted all right to me. It's just,
Okay.
just there was a little
Does it
shit
have
in
like
there.
beneficial enzymes for your
It's
flora?
just cow
and
shit. It's just grass, you know, mostly
Yeah.
grass and
I
bile.
know, like,
nitrogen.
It doesn't smell good though, but
No, but
It's shit. So.
yeah.
yeah.
But honestly, most Asian food already smells crazy anyway. So
Yeah.
like mixing in, plus it's a third world country. There's just
shit.
open sewers everywhere. It's just
Okay.
they don't care.
I went to Mu Dang and it that's like Thai food, but it always smells terrible in there.
They
Is that
are-
cow shit they're putting
It's just
in
because
there?
they're like taking whole animals and like boiling it.
Okay.
Cool.
It smells like the screams of swine.
They
That's
are,
what it
yeah,
smells like.
It is.
I've been like a vegetarian and more or less a vegan for the past like 7 or 8 months now, and
'Cause
I'm
he's
not,
whipped.
Because I'm a little whipped, but and also my roommate and fiance are both vegetarian,
Yeah.
so it's kind of easier
For
at
the
that
most
point
part.
to just go with it. But I'm not regretting it. Yeah,
Do you feel more energy or do you feel about the same?
I feel no difference.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Status quo.
Yeah.
good. Yeah. I started eating crickets though. I got some cricket protein powder.
It's a sustainable protein.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, part of the reason I went vegetarian was for like the environmental reasons. So it's like crickets; they live 3 weeks anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well grill them up and eat them.
And also, they use 90% less water
Yes.
per pound of protein than beef. I know this because I've been thinking about starting a cricket farm.
Oh, okay. And selling, like,
Or just eating it all myself, I don't know. Crickets have a lifespan of 9 weeks. They reach sexual maturity after about 6 weeks. One female cricket can lay up to 1,000 eggs.
oh, dude.
So honestly, I feel like I could just get a fuckload of crickets. Really.
What do they eat? You just throw your leftover Cheeto powder in
Maybe.
there?
I don't know. They're bottom feeders, I think. So you just
Yeah.
toss a potato in there and be like, have at it,
They're
like
like, oh,
idiots.
fuck yeah, potato.
Yeah,
I'm
honestly,
gonna
I
make
don't know if
1,000
they
babies.
eat. Maybe they eat each other because it's packed full of protein.
Yeah, well, and they don't have a central nervous system, so like it wasn't evolutionarily beneficial for them to feel pain, so they'll just lose a leg and they're fine.
I thought about putting them in my giant iron crock pot and putting them in the oven and just having like a reverse popcorn situation. You know, like when the jumping and popping stops. That's when it's done.
Nice.
This is our
Got
Valentine's
some
Day
Jiffy
episode.
Happy Valentine's Day. Eat some bugs, you idiots.
Yeah.
You guys, I gotta be honest, I don't feel like we are on the same page at all.
Yeah, this is just an experiment I'm trying. So I've been like vegetarian for a little over a year. I don't know. Like I don't feel that vital, you know. I don't have that Bobby Benedict spunk and energy that yeah.
Just get some meat in there sometimes. I don't know. Really cutting out sugar helps.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you eat sugar again, you want to die. So like moderation sometimes. But fuck. I was vegetarian for a month once. But then there was a chili competition, so I was like, guess I'm not vegetarian anymore. Very easy decision.
Did you win?
No. Well, I did win because I started eating meat again and ate a fuckload of chili. So there's no losing there.
I enjoy a good Impossible Burger. Like, have you had those from Carl's Jr.?
I had the Whopper one. I did like the side-by-side comparison things. They were like $2 for $6. You get the Impossible Whopper and the regular Whopper. And one of them tastes slightly like factory meat, but honestly, like it's just a hot pile of garbage. Like
it's all fast food still.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. All the stuff is still here, and it's still gross. So that's exactly what I wanted.
That's exactly. Have you seen the South Park episode? I'm
assuming it was just all about like processed foods being.
Yeah, well, they were afraid that Cartman was gonna like find out that they were putting the processed goo in the replacing the meat, but then he's like, tastes the same as the garbage I've been eating, so it's better for the planet. That's cute.
Hell yeah.
It tastes the same as the processed garbage we've been eating, so it's it's more sustainable though.
Yeah.
Actually, on the flip side of that, I love watching. I feel like I shout this out literally every chance I get, but all the Bon Appetit cooking videos on YouTube, specifically Claire making the gourmet versions of just like shitty candy and random other stuff. Like she did Twinkies once, she did Gushers, and it's just like showing you how arduous of a process it is to actually make this weird synthetic food we're all used to, you know, and just like watching the process, you're like, oh, this is like an insane thing to try to recreate, because sometimes it is just like, okay, so it's like this one thing, except they also deep fry it and then they freeze it and then you can cook it again, but it's also, you gotta make sure all the moisture is out of it, and it's so much fun to watch. Do drugs and watch YouTube. That's what I am bringing an advertisement for. Unless anyone from my job is listening, this is all satire. Yeah.
The channel is called Bon Appetit?
Yeah, Bon Appetit. Okay. Just like the old French magazine, except it wasn't French. I think it was American, but they called it that because it sounded French. So it's, but now they used to just be a magazine. I think they still are a magazine, but they had a bunch of their test chefs just start making like personalized YouTube videos where it used to just be, you know, like those videos you see where it's just a camera overhead and someone chopping and stuff. They used to just do that. And then they just start putting the personalities in, and it's way better. It's like they have their own whole Food Network filled with a bunch of awesome personalities doing weird stuff. It's so good. It's my favorite. I fucking love cooking shows. I also love cooking and baking. I love making bread. That's my jam. But yeah, like I love cooking stuff.
I should get into baking some bread. That sounds delightful.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful.
You have a signature sourdough, like.
Yeah.
Oh, you really do?
I actually have my own sourdough starter that I've been cultivating.
Nice.
I've been getting real into the designs and the cuts for my sourdough. I haven't quite perfected the rose petal, the cut where you cut it and then it bakes and it looks like a nice rose. But I'll get there. I'm gonna get there soon.
Oh my God, that sounds lovely.
I'll show you some pictures later. I got some sourdough
Absolutely,
pics.
yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's so cool that they have like this starter that's been going for like hundreds of years, and like there's still probably a few atoms in there from the original.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So
That's why
crazy.
I started like cultivating my own, because I was like, what? It's just the same bacteria in the air in my house. So basically, it's all just a little part of me.
You're gonna next year, Bobby's cricket sourdough. It's gonna be delicious.
Yo, I could make cricket flour. I could make this, I could use my own starter.
Oh shit! Cricket sourdough bread.
Yo, this could work.
That's the protein packed.
I also thought about having a little bee farm and have honey, so it could be like a honey cricket sourdough.
Oh shit!
You know, have a
Wait, are you eating the bees too, or?
God,
Okay.
they're endangered, Luke.
Get with the program.
Okay. I mean, if they die of natural causes.
Oh, if they die of natural causes, I will 100% see
Yeah,
the
no.
taste.
Well, like you like dissect the venom glands and then you.
Oh no, I'm keeping it all in there.
Oh,
I'm gonna use the stinger as like a little toothpick, but
Mm,
like a little cocktail toothpick, and then just pull it off the end.
gotcha. Gonna have to put an allergy warning on the bread.
Yeah, a lot of them, because I'm gonna use a bunch of allergens.
Yeah.
Just in there,
Just
clapping
cat danger in the
pistachio dust
air.
in the air.
Just sprinkle on some peanuts too,
Oh,
just in
God.
case, and some cat hair.
Back when I had my dog, she shed everywhere, so I couldn't make bread as much because it would just be full of dog hair. And I was like, this is so gross.
You ate it
I
anyway?
ate it anyway, because what am I going to feed it to someone else? No, it's full of dog hair. I'm used to it at this point.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
You live with Nick and Austin, right?
Yep.
Who would win in a fight to the death between the two of them?
I think Nick's got it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fine.
He's got more of a will to live, really. I mean, Austin would just immediately give up, I think.
He's like, yeah, it's alright. Just
Yeah.
let me
Like,
put
it's
it in
gotta
my
be
ear.
one of us.
earbuds
Yeah.
and just
He's
kill me.
like, just don't let me hear it coming.
Here's a brick. Shout out to Austin, bud.
Yeah, Austin, we love you. Just do stuff. I don't know. I haven't seen him in like a day
Oh.
or two. I saw him on my open mic for a second, and then other than that, like, we lived together, and I still haven't really like seen him.
Yeah, I saw him at our open mic last week, and he didn't go. He comes, but I think maybe he came late, so we were full because we were packed last week.
Yeah.
He could have performed. I asked him. He's like, no, I'm just gonna watch.
He's probably just working out new stuff. He's just not quite ready to.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things I've seen him do at an open mic is just come out and say the Coachella lineup. Like I was like, oh god, that's a comedian's joke because it's not funny. That's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
He's the Christopher Nolan of Reno stand-up comedy.
He is my favorite mind to watch make comedy. Because even when it's something he's still working on, I'm like, fuck, my brain would have just never even put any of these things together. It's so much fun. Especially when you're there live and he immediately starts working out a bit in front of you. Because it's just him observing the world and you're like, that's dumb as shit. Say it on stage.
Yeah, you'll be looking at your phone and all of a sudden you're like, what's going on
Yeah.
over here?
Where do you write most of your bets? Like
I
in the
do-
car, in the shower?
It's most of the time it's at work when I'm like either I'm shitting because like I needed to take a break and I've just been in there too long and I'm like, I might as well write some jokes, or just like while I'm walking around and inspiration will strike and I'll just start writing it down and I just toss everything in a little comedy companion and file it away for later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like one line or like just weird shit that happened. Yeah, I do kind of the same thing. Then I'll look back and try to work something around it.
Yeah.
Michael writes his jokes while feeding squirrels. That's
Just one hand in a bag of feed and the other hand just like.
Yeah, it's like it blocks out all the noise. The squirrels are relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
I do the weird thing where I frequently end up writing bits word for word how I hear myself yelling it in my head. Like one time I got down to the library and Nick Taro said he would be doing this if any of you here were here not anyway. So give it up for him. And I was like, he's not wrong. Like, that is exactly how it sounds in my head, and I'm just doing it how I think it should be done. And I was like, fuck yeah, he's right. Sometimes I'm not as live as I want to be, but once I get like a bit locked in and got the specific wording for parts that I think are important, then I know I can kind of like transition in between parts differently, and it kind of helps.
Luke just writes all of his in crayons.
Yeah, have fun. Which is hard because sometimes I eat the crayon, so then I'm like, I have nothing to write with anymore.
My crayon budget's ridiculous right now. And I took on a new job.
He's been like buying the cheap toxic ones. He doesn't even spring for Crayola non-toxic.
Sitting there with rose art crayon mouth.
Yeah,
that's just.
Don't you give me that? He's eating me out of house and home.
Yeah, well, that's like getting Mega Blocks instead of Legos. You're like, none of this fits with my constitution anymore.
Oh my god, it must have been nice to have money growing up.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like Mega Bloks, like they're coming into their own.
They're coming
They have a lot of licensed shit. Now, they have like Pokemon, and they have Game of Thrones and Halo and all kinds of shit.
All right, I guess I'm switching to Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man, my loyalty.
I would never buy anything from them. However, they made some Ninja Turtle ones, which Lego also did too. But the Mega Bloks turtles look better, gotta say.
Well, that's the new battle, guys.
Yeah.
Comment below. Which one do you want? Do you want Mega Bloks or Legos? There is a right answer. You will be graded.
I want Playmobil.
I don't even know what that is.
That's like the fucking
Super
European
off-brand. Oh, okay.
like Legos.
Ugh.
It's not popular in the States at all. Like they came out with the Playmobil movie, like. I
Just
don't
like
know.
the Lego movie.
Yeah, exactly. They're like,
what?
That's like when Transformers came out and then at Blockbuster, I was dating myself, the last movie I ever saw there was Transmorphers.
Yes. Oh my god, I almost got tricked by that once at a little rental place in South Dakota. I was like, that's Transmorphers.
wasn't the original like BattleBots was the first up.
GoBots.
Yeah. GoBots, yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, like, did you play Pogs when you were a kid?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, my parents. I wanted Pogs, but they bought me fucking Slammer Whammers.
Slammer Whammers? Is this another name of a guy you knew in high school?
No.
I have a poor
Slammer.
people story too.
Yeah.
All the other kids got Gatorade, and then the poor kids got Powerade, and I got a drink called Squincher.
Squincher gum is legit though. Like it's
And then, well, if you're trying to watch
Really
the figure, you would get
squinches your
Squincher
thirst.
Zero, and like there was
Yeah.
real flavors such as icy ice and.
Now, did you ever get like Nike, Adidas, Reebok shoes when you were a kid, or
I got
Payless?
I got the Walmart Kazam specials from the Shaq
yeah.
movie Kazam.
I got like some Voights light up shoes. That was cool.
We believed that.
Did they make shoes in your size?
They didn't. Ever. I was pretty much just wearing paper bags on my feet until I found big and tall stores.
Oh, nice.
Hey, what do you got coming up? Start
Yeah.
plugging.
Oh boy, let's see. Coming up soon, February 19th, I will be at Mellow Fellow with the Same Problems ladies. I believe Tess Barker is coming back, and I'm not sure who else is coming along with her. I already kind of forgot. But that's going to be a great show. It's fun there because they really are never ready for the comedy to happen, so you're just yelling at a room of drunk people. It's one of my favorite things to do. So come on out to that. February 29th, I have a show with my band, Sad Giants, at the Holland Project. We'll be playing, let's see, I think we're just be opening up the show for two bands whose names I have forgotten, and I will look at them real quick. I believe it's like Mo Trooper, Mo Troper, and Nick Ang. Opening for them, February 29th. Doors at 7 p.m. I believe it's $5 at that place all the time.
Nice.
And then the only other thing I know that's on the horizon, some sort of comedy thing will be happening at Coffee and Comics March 28th. I have the date locked in. I have a few comics booked already. Need to lock in a few others, but keep March 28th in your brains. Final Saturday of the month, so keep that in your brain.
Yeah, and you could mention your open mic and
yes.
podcasts.
Every Tuesday, I have Coffee and Comics. It's an all-ages open mic at a coffee shop. Starts at 6 p.m., ends around 8 because the business is supposed to close at 8, but we kind of linger around and mess up the place. Also on Tuesdays, my podcast, The Petri Dish, drops every week. So Tuesdays are real busy for me. But come on out, or take a listen, or just find me on the internet and find stuff I do, because I do a bunch of stuff all the time.
Fun. And it's Petri Dish, as in like,
Yeah, like a little...
yeah, not pea, like a tree you pee
Yeah,
on.
not like peeing on a tree, yeah.
Correct. Okay. Just for the...
For the people that
For the-
just really cannot spell, yeah.
Like,
It's just...
Petri Dish. I've been trying to find this.
Maybe I tried P-E-E, I tried P-A, none of it's working.
Yeah, like is it a tree. Peas grow on trees, right?
Yes, and tomorrow our open mic at Blind Onion in Victorian Square in
Yeah.
Sparks. Chris Thigpen is hosting. That one starts at 7 o'clock.
Probably
Sign-ups are at 6:30.
today, because this is probably coming out.
Oh yeah, if it's
13th,
Thursday, if
yeah.
it's the 13th,
The
then
third,
it's tonight.
every Thursday, 7 p.m., 6:30 sign up.
Then Friday, Valentine's Day, and Saturday, the following 15th, we have 2 improv shows with our team, Bad Horse. So if you want to come and watch us do the funny ha-has and make them up, and, bring a date, bring a loved one.
Yeah.
Then the following, what are you doing on Sunday?
I don't know.
Do you want to go to a birthday party in Carson
The
City?
roast of Jacob Lynn. It's his 18th birthday.
Oh my god.
I'm hosting that one. It's going to be a great time.
I don't really have any roast jokes prepared, but I'm sure I could find some.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, like, you could talk about Carson City.
It's true. I could just walk up on the dais and just roast everyone individually.
Yeah, that works.
That's kind of the format we're all going with as well.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Cool. Alright, well, it's been a pleasure having you on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Any parting words?
Stay sweet, everybody.
I'm gonna try this one out. Goodbye.
Do drugs and do crime.
Yeah.